Hi, I'm Andrea from Destiny Church in DePere, and I've invited Mynda here today just to tell us a little bit about herself. So Mynda, thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Why don't you start off by telling me a little bit about your story and how you became to know Christ?
Again, my name is Mynda, and my story is very particular. I actually met the Lord in Africa, where I was born again, through a friend that invited me to church, and I felt the presence of God like nowhere else, and I decided to give my life to Christ. And after that, I've been a Christian since then.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
So I know you're involved with the worship team at Destiny Church. Can you tell me what worship means to you?
For me, worship is not a specific style of music. Worship is not a song. Worship is not a posture that we take to pray. Worship is not actions that we do in order to show that we worship. Worship for me comes from the heart. Worship is an act of total dependence. It's being dependent to God every single day with every single area of your life. That's worship to me. Then it ends with a song. It ends with a posture. It ends with a style of music. It ends with a lot of diversity. So that's worship for me. It comes from the heart, and it's an attitude of total dependence to God, relying on God every single day for every single one of your needs.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Now I know you have written a couple of songs. What's the inspiration for you in writing the songs and putting the album together?
The songs were actually inspired by specific things that I went through in my walk with the Lord. And I realized that every time that I go through something, God will give me a song. It could be a worship song, it could be a praise song. And then I have my private moments where I sit and write songs as a result of these experiences. And the story behind the album comes from a personal encounter with God in my private prayer moments. And God put a specific desire in my heart. He gave me a talent, and He wants to use that talent to touch hearts, so that people can come back to Him for anything. Just belong to Him with their whole being. So that's the purpose behind the album and my ministry as a whole. Bring people back to God.
Great. So what are your plans for the upcoming year? What are your goals?
I actually thought a little bit about missionary work. I've been here since I was a teenager in the U.S. And I feel like it's time for me to give back to my continent, or give back to my country or my continent. But actually the U.S. is my country. But what I mean is give back to the land where I was originally born. So I've been thinking about going to Africa. It could be any place, doesn't have to be my birth country. It could be any place. Participate in a church service and promote the music that I write, and use the revenue from my music for orphans.
Okay.
So I've been thinking about that.
Great.
Missionary work. Thank you.
Now I know you recently moved away from Atlanta, and you're in Wisconsin now. Can you tell me a little bit what the differences are between Georgia and Wisconsin?
Atlanta is a big city. It's always on the go, and Wisconsin is pretty quiet. And I actually like it here because for me it was time to be in a quiet place. I was kind of tired of running around in the traffic, and I just love Wisconsin, and I love the people of Destiny Church. I mean, they're very welcoming. The pastor is a great man of God. He's passionate for souls. He's passionate for people. And my worship leader, my worship pastor, Jake, he has such a heart for people and souls and such a heart for worship. And he made me feel so welcome. And thank you too for having me and inviting me on this platform.
Yeah, it's great to have you.
Thank you.
Looking forward to talking to you more.
Thanks.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate your attention. This has been an interview with Mynda from Destiny Church Live. And I'm Andrea, and we just hope to hear from you and see you again. Thank you.